want to have a discussion. Hope you know comedian teacher Kwadwo. He was the guy who started this YouTube kind of video interviews where he will do his cartoons and be asking questions and be putting them together like that. He has become very popular and influential with that. Now, even on TV platforms, he has a slot or a segment on UTV's United Showbiz. The man seems to be the target on social media after putting on a jersey having the NDC logo in it. Some people are even saying they are following him because he has that jersey. The attacks are not easy. I'll be talking to Teacher Kwadwo. I'll ask him what really he is doing and the attacks coming on him. How is he responding to them? I know these elections will come with so many stories, and one of them is what we are about to handle. Mami Kola ni so Teacher Kwadwo ewa humane so bra anopa iboko die.
Senior, me ho den say bonsam.
Oh yeah, sure say by this time now holding.
Abba, me gina me na so peme. Because
Matese some man for bobo yem left, right and center, but bia obedani bia na panyan.
Answer me no my SLI no mercy me de bo ne ba ni twa me so still na me kwa kwehye. India no de enyim. Tak ne de be baba aboa.
Enti omu twa ba still o kwa kwehye.
Bo ne da so kura me ame no ka say.
Teacher Kwadwo yentin sembia say so far the me social media na ebi mu ho na say uni sa akoma ni bia na oni sa skin ni bia now am say eh ne by this time brother Teacher Kwadwo eden na oye eden ni agenda no with political justice o hye no eden ni agenda no eden na ekoso manfo di watem left right and center no
open the radio we be say bi me da sen so ene akwanya wo de ama me na asem ni nyina ne say enra me say NDC for shirt ya abaso fefefe ibi ena me di twa picture be to social media.
Okay,
esan say na me ni mitiri mu ponti man caption no ma anye ne hwe ena me de to ho so me hu comments atim didi akese na me gibi pa but the end of the day esan say na me nim de ni yenti na me de me sere wachi ti me hwe comment ni nyina ma ne call so a na eja ade echen Adechi no manfo no hu se me sa de ba kwa beto e ho eno machi ne de matro for mo for nana afi de no manfo be ka biu se abranti wode ya dwin bi hagora na ase de nti na de me gibi gu me ho na openi make up kosi sei me reason na me de sa de we nyina ye se me de be promote peace towards election ya eda ye nim de nyina ye nim edu election ase de kurum ha tension ne ade eno nti ja ye mpe bibi na me nso makoye obi a public figure me kasa eja edu akire kakra yi die me nso me nyi me hunsi ho na me nkire o manfo ne say asomdwe nko a na ye hwehwe nti me kwan a me fa so di promote mu asomdwe no eno no na em say me sha ase no manfo ne bi ante ase no me say ma puti sante me ye NDC ni street nche ne atemni di free NPP ne say neutral for ba ye de me gibi pa ne uko post na say atemni di nko abe 4,000 comments but still na enyi hu esa se na mini mitiri mu pa me de yesa nti opani enema ni di bibiri na we kira eba na eno na me say video te kire ba na ba e bi on beti ase yi because I didn't na for peaceful campaign nti enti ase no man for na enti ase na eja omukoko apa nti na ne de wo ho no
na Teacher Kwadwo wanka sanso na reaction na open no ana because obi be ka say okay said there na opesa wo kire ne say yenye peaceful o NDC there o NPP there aden wanye ne straight and direct me hu say o say na Teacher Kwadwo pa che na ukoye we ansa na ukoye we sana na nso expect ana
yesi edua wo yi ofro na osane a wasi na what hwen so a why dey wasi
na mo ba ko reading be yo ya
but unse man ka say reading masem me si ye ka esie hu asem say wasi
okay
tu ba hwe na reading yo ya kwa say wasi fomu ana
and the wasi mo
aha enti ye nyina ye post ye fani say oh ye peace amount for be kind no matwam but ye hwa de bi o o memu ha na ye wono ho oni memienu be ya adwen say negative news travel faster pa me boa
eno de ampa
good ena ade na me be na ya ade sombo ye campaign ye di promote peace into me here attention more me pa cho what ma say
me tio pa
and yes, I may truck which one you beat me. I can't escape you, watch your BB, fine, what. But may pay a bit draw attention more, nothing, many depending on attention or nothing. My promote me peace, no, the message in the and also a message in the quite cheaper. Indeed, a choir me fast one, I'm some person may draw attention, no, then on me, yes, son.
I see. And you see, and they funny say, I'm off for whom cloud tower, not said that any of the parties are but okay, teacher Kwadwo, who say, oh, share NDC, dear, and I'll share NPP, dear. But henceforth, the Persia no tenancy, not share win qua, teacher Kwadwo a game, Anna.
Okasa yentina senior minko party ba ko honoma. So many you na yin na ye hwehwe na enye ba ko fu afuntia. Enti wo se menhya wo sheta wo ba. Mitie won sem na bia wo nema na se nwuma ade begu akoma momanfo na se eto asumu dia. Fine. But se eye mafunko na menye ka na menye fie na menkoye a. Fine ka ni fie wa na mpe. Obi beka se masa wo beje age. But enye ka ni fie se ka ni fie na ye pebi a enka kwan e fa so anke yenye bi ni kenye bi dadaada. So enti so obi ka se mental attention a ye betie wonum sem te se de ye tie obi anum sem ye to aba na. Enti for the future de obi anim ye nya marade ye keka ko e bi kura na wo ka ni se ni nso kura na bi duro kura me ni nyi ho kura se afi me se obi atade mo ma mentina me be be nwene me. Ti adwene de exercise anytime.
I see. Now, Osha senior man for didi watem attack you now. Nema minu. Bemo bisa won say, enti de mi ye a man for dummy, and now a man for dummy. Emudia when about trim after senior will say 4K of insulty. And my own dream say, anti do no mum pewa some senior ya muma hunana.
What we say na me my Ghana ni ache. And as I nema we minim said de eya etie. And me no the kind of comment na me hwehwe nyina na me nsa aka no because na me pe this kind of comment I be di matem adentia because I didn't be promote peace and a video and I said them dey be chire no so ye abasa ade suban no mada na di na bia say we ni nti di na tem we ni enti this enti just I don't know just a demo simple. It's me no many aje kra say comment never because our comment na me gina so de release them dey release no. Na for me say e ho no mbete ne me biase. It is omo mpem asem ne dey say unim oman na yetim ne dey amanfo form political parties in Niagara especially NPP and NDC. It's omo dey unya ye bibi a e koma NPP a NDC ni oye ne de obi dwawo. Saa nso na koma another ba ko nso bedwawo saa. Enti omabufo ne de nyese omompem azemu ba ne party na ebe no na say ahye na ma e na wawusu nim ye ko during election into obi to say influential person to teacher Kwadwo akwa hye NDC atade dia na ne okotwe ndo mama NDC na te say na dwen bone ne say NPP ye lusu ana e na ye buafu me pacho watemase
metie pa
se ne awarefo mienu krom se omo na ese so mo do mo ho na ma tena se ahwema ate omo azekro omo de ka wakohye omo nta no mo dru dem a entokwaba. I say Senator Chemasem. Iki sa I send back to Cheman so ya den a omo ani video masem. So mu de tie no. Nti omanfo na bufu ne ye. I say oh ya ma me party aye on popular no ma we dey popular because we so ya me rival. And ye wo me rival ho de ne me bu afu. Nti almost atimide ne de metine nyina asiu. Meti o ma se eno na me expect nti na we de dem. I see. Now, so that's how the video never out finally. Na enipa no instead some be accept number ka say o ba o de adwen be di agro enti ye muawa no so adwen ho say bia nipa bi betimi adwen sa say emi bi atwa mo de adwen be di agro be NPP ne NDC sa na we na o pa ye wa consider no so oh me nya sure say so obi be ka say o mfi say de wontie message na e banana say omo person beti dey o kan kra because sa dey na obey first na dey adwen be di agro say o person tie dey e be ka no debut dey me patch ni say sa picture na me dey beto no mo buafu no and the video ni na namu okay the video no what release dey o dan ne ho bi na no na o ka no video ni beba nyame ya domo china aha no na make dey ne say atade no me dey comedy show e ho na me koda na di wo ho e na me di preachy peace e no so sa me do stage no na me she hoodie e na me ro hoodie nti amafo ni hu audience ni bi hu so me send this normal ni mu asesa nti ho na me catch am say oh aden mubuafu ana okay ne ma me nda me ho na me fa me hoodie na me say nti me da me ho no e na MPP fo so hu say sa ma for more for na no me ti no mu say you see at the end of the day na dem ho aye na Timi no me comedy me ye dem ye na me catch me say it's all about peace inti nyina ye baako simple and me koye inti me de comedy show ansa na me de picture no kra ba beto inti omu a omu ba comedy show no kra de be post picture na be bere sere wa ase because no omu nim de we akiri ba omu no omu nim ne de na ha inti nana video ne de e ba ne zanche ne nyame adom ochina nkwanche e ba ombehu de ekoso.
I see. Meaning say odi NDC for the ne to ho ID 1 full day 24 hours no. Enipa bi abufuo ediko bi a unfollow ni na sefo. Sankofo no hu ni say what lucium forever and I say odi NPP e de ne be kire no on be back.
Na mi lusu obi a. Pato ti mi pa.
Mitio minian.
Mi lusu obi a da so ho e yodo. So ko comment ene picture me de ko to ho eno de akiri ye form of na no kokko ho no ma obehu se eno kra de omanfo ni nso atia niema bi ase amomani age nti saa ehuni ho ena me se me ye Ghana ni we mehu bi dawo asa na me be teacher Kwadwo no na me so me na Facebook comment o celebrities ne public figures ye me hu bi me hu ena me follow biom ena be enso no oboa it is me follow bi dey see e kan dey amana show because why ade no e se no into okay me follow me show video biom me delete videos Instagram nipa be 10 comment so ma unfollow me me check sankofo nyina na they were following me enti saa de ne de eya na eye kasa keke obia e wo ho se na meka no u pichia na o de belande a at the end of the day no nipa no hu agenda wo de bae na okay eye normal obi hakoma beto ne yem.
I see. Enti wa chana video ne time be na beba na ye nyina ye expect
video crowd na me ko premiere cry. I was saying to me premiere. 50 seconds video so. Oh yeah. Any video movie.
See you. You tell me how you on your man. You can't say be a son man be now. Why?
We outside short skate be. Na me person make a cry. And the crowd no mama can because no man for ni cry him say video be ho. Nti ko be hu an sen kan am watch na no so aba. But I just skate be but a foot to woman no. And ubet my video be na about 2 hours and so I don't really I want to say when a short but message na carrying in hear me when you say acting be basa keke
a message on the elections
no but you say
a message for elections I be hu
what's the message about the
message now or they to sa video in elections about the elections
about peace and I say about said the NPP and NDC buofu ya. They preach about say they shouldn't talk about like my buffon and na yina baako. That's all.
Okay. Ochina ye betren ASR video no. Wada romantic Kwadwo. To the banner and come on say to us wa ye be friend ya to us.
Me patron me da so mama kwanya na misha.
Ehun hia pa minia. All right, thank you so much. That was teacher Kwadwo there explaining this to us. Okay, so someone tells me that was very risky. We're going to discuss this. Really, was it risky? So the antics by teacher Kwadwo, really was it risky? Yeah, mama no started sankomori. Say adia teacher Kwadwo ye no. Risky. Send a bimo kanana. Oh, ebetwam risk on Lucy she.
Yo, may no be Sammy. I don't think it's risky because our plan and on yoye and ana unim baby or they call into one shot say keke say or shirt keke. Into from the perspective or Casano, I think say unim grow team. And entertainment industry no so no unim ni amanfo per etie. Inti sometimes o kasa ni inti na betie mo a ebi no wae no. I feel say wakasa na so ka bibia yemboame ba me the fun say na ba ye yame na baba be chire mansa na wate masia and no beti masia ye sense na bia who reading na wa fa perspective. So I think say when you risk bia because anyo bi netu yaneka numbers na o kase we lose a obese regain it. But say you be a juma be no year and I to say your company in your way no boy bradia and then you were the nino mebidia not risk no side but I'm sure say he's working on his own like us we all know him say teacher Kwadwo and I think say he's doing what he must do and can do.
So is this something you would encourage? Is this something you encourage that celebrities can be doing some of these things?
Yeah, they can because look at how he did it. And same T-shirt, GM wenim, we wechre. Okay, inti uhuno, ushiana, obeye yano. we yana or power ho a ne tikon wa ka fon so a wo hwe ne tikon so a o hye ne a onya wo pe no nti no so be ya.
But how about those who wouldn't see what is behind him?
Yeah.
And now say after 1 day 24 hours no the next day will be one year active and our social media when who say such a person, where are you going to fall in his books?
That person we well losing for just 2-3 days. Because and ni ochina say ni panu beti ni ohun ye na sise kroti baby or the can say na ohun ni akwa we aye e hono mo no say nipa 2 3 4 5 na te wa ba kwati ni e koso ne say nipa na so be mo say unu ya eye bufuo keke na abuafu na eye say na te you get me untino ba me feel say ne o say wanya amanfo to react how he really wanted the whole reaction to go and what say onim Ghana for wa predicting in a wanya yen me de to ho mba yame and omo yame a eno ne yehia amba musa na risk na ye ka no ekb na o kan no credit chere we can see say yo man that was a risk but right now I think he's got what he wanted and he's about to prove what he wanna prove no me gidi say Ghana 14 maybe say as ya pese yam shishi yen asana ya tenio ma say.
I see. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, great. Straight to you. Let me get your opinion on this as well. Really, was it risky, as some people are saying?
Well, no, I don't think it was risky at all. I think he carefully planned it, and it actually worked for him too. The only thing is that he's gradually making me believe that when you are NDC, you receive more insults than when you are NPP. You understand? It's making me feel that, you know.
But that then is it true?
When I watch social media and I see the way people react when NDC stuff comes up, the kind of insults that they receive, it makes me feel like is it that NDC people don't know how to insult or something? You understand?
Why you think the NPP folks they insult more?
Charlie. They go fit take give you and yourself you go feel say Charlie. You understand?
That's about okay.
So, because I was wondering why didn't he put form of another first, but the one for GM first because he knows that. No, GM, he will receive more backlash.
Well, I think it is because of where he comes from. You know, I think he lives in the Ashanti region. And we know the story. For someone who lives in the Ashanti region to really come out boldly and openly to declare for NDC, to them it is unheard of.
So you actually confirming what I'm actually saying. So he will receive more backlash if he does the JM stuff. You understand? People could easily say that, why are you doing for Nana? Why is it because you're from Ashanti region? And then they will say this, they will say that, they will do this and then do that. But no, he knows that when he does JM, you receive more. The only thing, the other thing too is that I just wish he didn't say certain things he said when he granted the interview, or he didn't even grant the interview at all. The reason I'm saying so is because you see, it looks like he was taking us on a certain journey, and the video will climax everything. Now this interview has messed up the whole
plan or agenda,
the whole vibe, the whole journey, the whole
the interview has come out to be a spoiler.
Exactly, you understand the interview and the things he said in the interview. That's why I respect someone like Sarkodie and his team. Sarkodie, like, you know, go mind yourself. You understand? Because
you respect him for that.
No. I'm talking about. See, I'm coming on. I'm talking about the fact that when he's on a certain agenda, when he knows that Friday I'll drop something, and he has done something on Monday, between Monday and Friday he will not say anything, no matter how you pull him and everything, because he knows that if he says something, it will mess up what he's about to do on Friday. You understand? That's what I'm trying to say. If Teacher Kwadwo had just kept quiet, he didn't mind Ghanaians, he do JM. Today put
don't you think maybe it is because he's also might not be feeling comfortable how the conversation is going, so he needs to clear the airwaves as early as possible before some people take final decisions on him? If
he was not ready, he should have started. You understand? You were ready that in fact he said that the things he was expecting, he's having them. You understand? So what is there to clear again? Let it go. Let it flow. Today too, if it is some NDC backlash you go receive, make it go on. Like receive it. Then finally tomorrow when you drop the video, now you make all of us a fool. You understand? So leave it, let it go. And then, but right now, there, Charlie, he must have that thing, Charlie.
I see. Well, that is what Niso also thinks. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you also thinking about this? Is it true that it was risky on his part? Tilly Akianipa is next to speak on this. Tilly, let me get your opinion on this. Really, was it risky?
I think this thing is part of a much bigger conversation or a larger conversation that most people are ignoring. Let me draw your mind to it.
Please
so
do.
I just checked the comments under the one he did for the JM, and they are not bashing him because he did for JM. They are bashing him because he is doing politics. That's the comment. It's not because he did JM or something. It's because he did politics.
And why would they bash him because he's doing politics?
The same way Sammy Flex started a political segment some time ago, and people were all over the place complaining because to them entertainment is their solitude, somewhere they can escape the airwaves and go. So then if you also bring the politics they are running from to your platform that they think they get peace, then you are being a problem to them. So that was the conversation here. It's not even about NPP NDC. Wona yeah about page after NDC and NPP for stress no yeah about her for laughter no also so over introducing NPP NDC to us, which is why they are upset. And it goes a long way to show how emotional entertainment people are. Very, very emotional people. We that are supposed to be entertainment, we are extremely emotional. Artists are 100% emotional because then their work is propelled by emotions. And then we the entertainment pundits pure emotions. Do you get it? And I just realized it even extends to even the listeners and followers of entertainment. They are that emotional to the point where if you even bring political things in your face, they can tell you
they'll tell your mother
and unfollow you. And that is a problem though, because then why can I vote but I can't say where I belong? But I can vote. So then why is it that when we are entering election period, you say all entertainers aside, then the rest should go and vote? But I think that is even besides the point. We entertainment people or lovers of entertainment are very, 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 very emotional, because politicians sit on radio, they do their big as if they are fighting. They move out, pay their best, is their laughing.
Yeah.
Entertainment people is the opposite.
We finish and everyone is Obiati chain.
Do you get it? That is how emotional people get when it comes to entertainment and stuff. And I think that is the conversation where I see the conversation here. They're not even NPP and this is because they went there for entertainment. So why are you giving us politics?
So in this case, do you consider there is risk in what he did? If really people are not even ready to accept that he should talk politics at all, then is there that risk factor people are talking about?
Well, I didn't think there was till he spoke. I didn't think there was, because he's a comedian and obviously he would have a plan to doing something like this. Which risk? What is risk here? Maybe you won't follow him, but probably if he was doing it for political agendas, what is the risk? When you can unfollow after 3 days, as he said, he will follow him back, and that is not risky. But as he has come out to even come and spoil the fun or let people sort of clear the air, it means that probably it went too far than he thought it would go. Maybe he was thinking it would go a certain level or get him some form of attention. But as I'm sure there are very prominent people who might have called him and be like, then aware of social media, and he feels the need, you know what, I better come out and explain, because this thing was supposed to be part of a bigger story, or he's telling a story. So then why is he giving us spoilers before the end of the story? Then it means that there is some form of pressure from somewhere that he respects, that he needs to come out. Then you can say risk, but it's not even risk, because at the end of the day, those who won't follow after 3 days, they'll come and check if you are thriving or not. And when they see what's happening, they'll follow you back.
I see. Thank you so much. Ricky Tennyson Jr. will speak finally on this issue before we move on to the major discussion we want to do today. It is about the video. Wait for it. Ricky, are you okay? Why is Jata threatening you?
He's stressing me.
Jata, please don't stress Ricky Tennyson Jr. I beg you, don't stress him at all. Ricky, hope you good.
Yeah, I heard them tell you about their stories, how they started, and
Me too, I'll go reality show.
You?
Yeah.
Which reality show?
I'll be dancer.
So which dance show? Because as much as I know, I think TV Africa had some dance.
Satira.
No, not Dance Satira. No, TV Africa had some dance something. Or was it not? Yeah, where they had judges, Ajete Suwa and co. I've forgotten the name though.
That one.
You were part of that.
Yeah.
You don't remember the name.
And you don't even remember the name. And where did you place?
Second, but issues happen. Videos. Somebody released my videos.
You placed second.
Yeah.
Somebody released your videos of doing what or for doing what?
My old.
Master. This one won't come to play. It's about dancing competition. You dance well. What are videos going to do? You are not a politician where someone will come and say, "Oh, Akwa Woman is called the Bekoha because he used to be there." No. This one there, it's hard to believe, bro.
Now it's just by the way.
I know, right?
Okay, so
the teacher could factor and the risk involved in what he did.
You know, I've been thinking of this. The fact that we are even thinking of the risk involved is what makes this so dangerous, or is what makes us, weak people. Because, like I always say, if Teacher Kwadwo has hustled all these years, he's fought for structures to be put in place. He's done a lot for his career, handedly, and then NDC decides that Charlie, this guy, per his ideologies, per his creative abilities and all of that, we want to less like poach him, or we want to recruit him into our fold. He's from Kumasi, he has a huge following, he's a creative person. We are also looking forward to enabling the creative space. Teacher Kwadwo is one person that we find very, very useful for our party to push a certain agenda for creative people. So they pay him whatever amount to represent the creative arts in the comedy department space properly. By now unveiling him, putting him out there and beginning to share ideas of the NDC, or how creative arts people or even comedians can actually benefit from their craft. Then people are angry, are mad, or are seeing it as a risk. It's unfortunate, Sammy. It's really, really, really unfortunate. So when I think that the risk factor is even what is even the problem, the biggest problem for all of us, that what is wrong? You see, a lot of politicians...
4K of insult according to him.
Yeah, seriously. That is where the problem is. Because if truly we all believe in the guy's talent, and we realize that there is a challenge within the creative art industry, is he not supposed to belong somewhere to actually be able to enhance, or even give the politicians some of the ideas or some of the things that we actually need to enhance the creative art space? That's what we all need. Or do you expect him to just subscribe to one party without taking anything or without benefiting from it? No, these are what actually matters most. So I was really surprised when he was saying that people were actually coming at him. I'm like, Charlie, when at all are we going to get out of this problem where people can freely, or even people who even suggest that, Charlie Brasami, you're good, you are this. Charlie, we need to recommend you to the NPP people or NDC people to poach you so that your ideas, your advice, or your experience in the space will help open up in the industry. And this is why we are struggling. The industry, they always forget the creative arts industry, because we as the creative arts people don't comment or don't actually subscribe to our own people getting into politics to enhance us. If a banker or someone from the oil firm joins a political party, other people don't say why is he going into politics? But creative arts should Nanama McBrown or Nana Banamwa, with all they know, Twitter, say influencers, with all they know, they only sit on Twitter. It only ends there. It doesn't to actually enhance or open up the creative art space. When people also want to poach you, which means that they are poaching your ideas, your expertise, your influence to actually help improve the sector, and also must say there be because of your fans. And you can't educate the fans that, Charlie, if I am going into NDC, it is because of your own good. Even if you are MPP, fine. But I'm trying to tell you that I'm going to use my experience to make sure that you are MPP, I'm NDC. But my creative ideas or my ability to open up the creative art space for all of us to benefit is what's most important. Why are we scared, or why are we attacking people who decide to associate or affiliate with politicians? Do we want to remain like this forever? Because if you look at Sadiq, since he joined the NDC openly, since he began to get into active politics, we have begun to understand or appreciate some of the policies that these politicians are actually buying into. If you listen to some of the conversations that he's been having with the former president and all of that, and the way they've actually been praising him, Rex Roman was actually openly telling me that, Charlie, this guy be sharp guy, because when they have conversations with the former president, they're like, yo, we didn't see the industry as the industry. We just see you people like a combined demona.
Now we are giving them eye openers.
Yes, you mon pay school, mon pa disya, like mon pay juma, super bet ba na mo rem. Cheap job na mo pay. No, that's how they see the industry.
Quick money.
They see the industry like, oh, you just enter the studio, you do music, and you they walk about, and you there. But
Ruby.
No,
Kimby.
That is how they see us. They don't see why, because they were discussing some budget, and they were mentioning like figures. Maybe example, if they are thinking of maybe giving, the industry was actually trying to get like maybe $12 million to run the creative art space. No more sharing to say, $12 million. Because in other sectors they are investing as much as like maybe $1.5 billion. $12 million for all of you. Meanwhile, mostly in the creative arts industry, you have fashion designers, you have musicians, you have video directors, you have $12 million. That's funny. Meanwhile, to us as an industry, it's huge. But they are like, hey, what money are you guys talking about? They see the industry as a joke. So if people who have actually been in the business, the likes of maybe Bolare and the likes, want to get into politics, why don't we rather support? If the likes of what's his name, Teacher Kwadwo wants to get into politics, to let them know that in the comedy sector, this is what we are able to do, this is what we do, this is what we do. Companies actually poach us to do A, B, C, D for them. Don't you think it is commendable? But we are rather sitting down bashing him, Charlie Adewe, yeah. So do we want these politicians who don't understand our politics to be creative arts ministers for us? That's not what we should be actually even focused on. So I think now it's an agenda that we should commonly or like generally be pushing. This gentleman, I wish he was actually signing up for John Mahama, and he will boldly be able to say that, Charlie, I was signing up for John Mahama or Nana Ado Akufo, because we need to be bold now. Like Tilly said, you are going to vote. You surely vote for someone. You surely vote, unless you say you are not into. Even if you are not into politics, it's also a choice. Like I was saying, that if you are NDC, it's a choice. Or your NPP, so it's a choice. If you say, oh, maybe I'm in politics, and also your choice. So why are you against someone's
neutrals?
Choice? The neutrals, also more choice. So why are you against someone who has boldly said that, Charlie, I really want to do this? I don't know if you remember, lastly, when Sadiq started this politics thing in the board group, we're always, Charlie, against it. That Charlie, and you dare into showbiz. And even myself, I was really worried that Charlie and the Three Music Awards and other now, yes, sir. But until they began to have conversations, until his expertise began to take effect in the NDC manifesto and all of that, we began to realize that, Charlie, it be true, these guys are actually good for the industry. So I think in a nutshell, we need to look at this again. Let's always try, as media people, we shouldn't be emotional. We should rather always be the first to commend anybody who decides that I have boldly come out to stand for one political party.
Okay, so Ricky, let's also do this. Remember, Mami Dokron has said on countless occasions that everything turned south for her when she started this political thing. How about such examples? How should we also combine such examples with maybe the Sadiq example and the fact that we need to be there? Yes, we need to be there. The populace are yet to understand what you are talking about. How do we marry the two?
Okay, so one, I'll go to Mami Dokron, but one, it is unlawful. It is against the law for you to actually be discriminated against because of a particular party that you belong to, and it's there. If so, anybody who is out there, or if you're doing something and anybody actually prevents you from that opportunity because you are NDC or NPP, it is against the law, and if you report it, that person will actually face the law. In the first place, it's like all of us don't even understand the law. If this is against the law, Mami Dokno shouldn't even have faced that. So the first step is if you understand that this shouldn't be done. It's like being a woman. The campaign is strong that you can't say someone is a woman into man opportunity be or something. Right now it is more like criminal. Rough. So if she understands that it is against the law for you to prevent me from getting a particular opportunity, that would be the first step. Secondly, when that incident happened, Charlie, those times let's be honest, social media and a lot of people coming out. Back then, it was what was only said on radio that was taking us the truth. What the radio presenter will say, final. But now there are people who actually are influencers, people who are actually knowledgeable.
They're even challenging what you are saying.
Yeah, they are challenging the status quo and all of that. So for her, it was unfortunate that back then that happened to her. But those things, I tend not to believe it, because the industry itself is not run by politicians. As in, Brasam, if I'm good, if Mami Dokno is good and you are NDC or NPP, you won't say because Mami Dokno campaigned for NDC, you as a producer will not need it in your movies. I don't know, unless somebody can really explain to me that Sukretafo is saying that, Ola NDC it's a movie role be banner say Ola is a key player. I'm not putting Ola on. I really don't get it.
Can I say something?
I don't know. That's why I say.
Oh no, you don't know, but you know. The whole thing is, what you are saying is how it must be, should be, and has to be. But will you also be a Ghanaian and understand where we are coming from? Sisi, I say, what you are saying, okay, just Enra, member tribe, but me call baby, and I entertainment idea, engineer ni bem, no nipa tre, say hey, unia sakwano, so unye say ya. Ɔne wonni say ɛna asese agro no san krofo no so say no ɔma fo mu ho adwene say nya about ɔmo a and you forget it. Listen, we live in a country where everything you are saying is opposite. Cry timono you will answer to the stand say your father or your mom can even tell you say anya hwe adwuma no ye adwuma bia ne ho kro no. So before you even start anything, you are corrupt. So it's good say when you say I won't be corrupt. But how many people and omuntimi and thinking say I won't be corrupt or will be corrupt, but they are living in between.
You see, I'm not trying to cut you, but I mean you're saying it generally, but I'm saying within the creative art space.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you actually supported NDC or an MPP last year, and a producer needs you to do some work for him, Obeka said, oh yeah, MPP into unim rap bium, and I said they're like someone can explain to me.
Someone will connect Kwaso. Kwaso. See, I know you force us to mention names, which we shouldn't.
No.
Kwaso.
Some people are ignorantly doing that.
Kwaso.
Yes.
No. I mean, everybody. John Dumelo.
You see the taxi
used to for assembly there, he lie.
Oh no.
Mr. Beautiful, he lie. No, so Christopher even put him on the spot and asked him that mention just one producer's name who actually said or who actually sidelined you because of so called NDC. Mention. Not Namono. See, at least I have some level of emotional intelligence. If I'm reading into somebody's mind, I know that he was just trying to get sympathy, and people do that too.
Do you know one producer wouldn't say that, but maybe by their actions, they are indirectly telling you. Let me even give you one clear example. Do you know, even in our space, if someone finds that maybe between Stoneboy and Shatawale, you are always tilted to this direction, the other side might not even like you.
Let me always still. You mean if you supposed to
like when he feels you are even a friend. I know some bloggers. Recently, they went to Shatawale to do something for them, to do something for him.
Yeah.
After that, they've seen some reaction from the other camp.
Yeah.
They did not go there to fight. They did not go there to fight anybody at the Beam camp. They did not go there to fight.
Look.
They just went there to
There's one artist that they asked me a question about, and I said what I felt that particular time. Bashing and everything came. That's about 4 years ago. 2 years from now, Mr. T may carry on person me taking on a next level. I won't mention the media houses, but I've gone to this house, and people that I will say, I send your money me tea pan. This people are not, they don't mind me. No, make I tell you something. Then I just meet somebody where they into the entertainment too, but all the entertainment people today in hand. And was like, great. Mini panu way oh. Then he call 1 2 3. Then they tell him say, oh, gray, panic gray, mano. 1 month and koso. Then he met me and said, gray. Now yes, you know what can say be afa say me say hoda. Me say oh. And the boys didn't know reluctant to be, but my mom who say my catch the wo.
You see, that is no, you are missing the point.
You see, he say know what I talk about. He's with them.
That be a personal thing between you and me. So my peggy, as a guru name links the AB.
Yeah.
That one no be politics matter. That you see.
And the same thing playing in the political areas.
No, you see, that's why I'm asking.
What is politics?
No, you see,
politics?
Okay, one after the other, please.
Adam complain for some about something for so long, about the tribe. Now check this out. I'm talking about he being an airway guy.
Yeah.
The fact say people they fit sunlight because he be airway guy.
That be lie.
Now check bro, it ain't happen, my guy. It ain't happen.
No, that be lie.
It is okay.
How? Who are to the part too much?
No, there be any sound.
No.
I like this.
So the other side.
I like it. See.
Kwadwo says I should share his example with you. Okay. That the fact that he was moving with Sarkodie alone.
A politician.
No, we are trying to create. No.
Are you guys missing?
No, Ricky.
I'm saying that it's NDC and NPP. No,
Ricky. What you are trying to say is that human being, because of these things, human being is capable of actually doing this kind of things because of politics.
If they can do it for an individual, don't you think they can do it for an institution bigger than?
That's all we are trying to say.
What I'm saying is, so let me ask you, Brasami, you are or anybody in the space. Then NDC or NPP spends heavily. Let me use NDC because they are in opposition. They spend heavily on Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, Kim Promise, all our case for their campaign this year, and then they lose. Then Makukwe Kumante, who is also in the creative art space for the NPP, begins or has the opportunity to put these guys on. Then Marcus, and these are the hottest guys. That's why I'm saying that you see, our industry actually works with people who are hot, people who are relevant. So if you say that, because
and Mark will do it.
Then Mark will say that Kim Promise Kid Eco campaigning for NDC during elections, so they need them. You won't go use.
And you see that there is a point you are missing. Maybe because you're on radio, you'd want to speak a little some way.
Yeah.
Do you know the Mark you are talking about? If whatever he is going to do is being powered by some influential people behind him, and those people say you can't do it with these guys, Mark cannot do anything about it.
You see, that debut. You see,
that's the free. The reality.
The reality.
That is the reality.
Your question.
The things we lead, oftentimes we don't fund them. There are always forces behind us pushing that agenda, and when those forces say do this way or go this way, but you have nothing you can do.
I get you, Baba Sammy. His question should be.
Do you know if you are doing a media tour for an artist and you give that artist a list, that artist can tell you, oh, this is why I don't want to go there. So why?
I understand, Brasami. So my question to whoever will say that, let's say you want to hold one of the biggest concerts in Ghana, as whatever, someone with a political background, you have money, and you are saying that Shatawale, Stonebwoy, Sarko, they can promise 10 top artists or 8 top artists actually supported NDC. So, my and from. Then what do you want to achieve with that concept that you are holding? That's why I was saying that. That's why I was coming to the point of the Edem scenario. That
did you watch the app, the COVID app launch? Did you watch it?
Yes.
Did you see some artists on that stage?
You see, that is that is different.
No, I'm asking.
What happened?
What is different?
But you see,
they needed all the influential people in Ghana to perform, especially the artists.
Listen, but let me ask you something.
Some artists who were on that stage.
There were only 2 people.
Were they that influential?
There were only 2 people. That was Shatawale and Kwame Eugene. That was the only fair. After working, there were a lot of media bashing saying that.
But it happened.
No, but you see, if it was the reason why I'm saying this is, in a nutshell, if it was a paid for event, when I free, it's just TV. Meba.
If it was a paid for event, it's being powered by those people. They will still not cause some guys.
Then it means that, you see, unless the concert you are holding, you are not looking for revenue, or you are not looking to make money. But how can you say that maybe Stonebwoy, Shatawale, Sarko, they all campaign for one concert, one party, and you are coming to hold a concert where you need people to pay and attend? The reason why I was saying that is, you see, our industry actually runs with relevance, and that's why I don't want to agree with Niso when he says that and them say.
Okay.
I want to chip in.
Okay.
I think when we say politics, unfortunately, there are so many types of politics, and they are all politics. Politics, no, we have the politicians, yes, and then unfortunately it has, the politics that we know has extended into entertainment, and there is some pure politics in entertainment that is being sourced from the main politics, which is the problem. I know a guy who was, I used to work at the National Theatre. I know a guy who was one of probably the best people movie industry, now your hot span. Or yes, some ad to be Emma no about say. Ha, the career Ubisa guy, not see one of the mistakes he made in his life was doing that video, because after that, producer so here Ubisa they tell you now. Yeah, support the free how almost your mom pet your way. That's simple.
Okay, Bram, Mpesa Mimbisa, Obinia Ricky Assembly, but Sister Tilia can say industry, even crowd church station area, Chromo play politics.
Yeah, no, of course, no. We are talking of the main politics. There will be that one there.
With politics, right? I went to this man that Ombuame. That was like 4 years ago, and he said, no, she can't not tell Manima boy. She, me no ofewa no feel Rolling City.
Nakuna do.
Femola la nakuna do mo. No one bushka. Chale e winnie she. Femola no. This be what the man tell me, and I said, "Oh, fine, you mabawo." Me call him mam kobium. And Crawford me no man say, "But why you no do?" I said, "No, I no, I don't need that." Does this show say me jam me ho? And I say me Jimmy say me drink some yes smart.
I say we jam.
Baby, I would tell you that Matthias says me jam me ho because we a businessman. In Camino na kwaji scan the awaji share, but me brand in the baby I call the found.
No, you see,
say na yet here or your industry sometimes there's problem between who is really putting the money or who thinks say or no na original brand no H.
You see, one thing is there's reputation.
We are wrapping up. No, go ahead. Okay,
there's reputation management. What you said, there are people. That's why people always go for experts, management, and all of that. I don't like what Guru was doing. It was unfortunate, and no, they also lead this course. Oh, say
now why in the belly? He understands it better. No, he experienced it. No, he felt it.
That is the wrong. Me, if I'm part of Guru's team, I won't let Guru go and sit on radio when he has problems with. It is brass. I mean, one will be leading conversation because one, you have been able to build a certain level of relationship with industry people, so you will front it. Charlie Ibikidi, you know how artists are. Artists they deal with them emotions, and then you repair it. If you have any business to do, you are dealing with them, not on Guru, because in some so you don't. That is why it is always very important that you have a team. Often artists are, you only use the artist to front a particular thing.
Inti guru ni case kura.
Guru there so wonder. No, you see, but guru, issue. You have issues with somebody, and the person is actually leading the forefront of the industry now to an extent. Then you go can't sit when you understand politics. Then you go can't sit radio top. Then you they make the issue worse.
Meaning say, you realize say this person, there's no way I can even get or do anything with.
So
him.
then why they sit on radio? They make the matter worse then. If you know say there's no way you can, then forget them and do your thing. I don't know if you get me. No, you see. No. It is just an industry practice. See, it is very proper that we all maintain a certain level of relationship. For the business purpose. You get it. Let's stay.
I was in Nigeria and we were talking about something, and then he called me and he said, "Charlie, people know they like your matter." I said, "Oh yeah, I know."
He said people know they like your matter.
Yeah, he said because I asked him to do certain things for me, and I wanted him to call certain people and all that and things. And he called me back and said, "Charlie, people know they like your matter." I said, "Oh yeah, I know." You understand? Because I'm going to understand that, Charlie, in this industry, there are people who will definitely hate you, even for no reason. They just not go like your matter, and you play that politics. Unfortunately, unfortunately for you, these people are in a certain position. And Charlie, forget.